Hello, mommy. All right, y'all. We will be getting started shortly. We just want a few people to tune in. Our apologies for the tardiness, you guys. We just got through making our way back downtown. Making our way back to Charlotte, North Carolina. True Dreams Radio. We was in Chicago for the weekend, so we just got back. So we apologize. Time zone differences, all that good stuff. But it was a great time. As soon as this song is over with you guys, we'll go ahead and get started with the Self-Love Sundays hosted by Style by Sheena. We hope everybody is having a good Sunday fun day. If everybody having a good Sunday, we'll just like a little slight heart so we can know that you're doing okay for this Self-Love Sunday. So definitely show us love, just a slight little heart, little wave, all that, just so we know y'all good to go. But once we finish this song, we will be getting started. Again, we just want more people to just tune in, relax, enjoy yourself. We enjoying some Moscato. So drink your little Moscato. Drink whatever you prefer, even if it's water, because I love water. Drink your water, okay?
Water's the best.
Yes, water is the best. So go ahead and enjoy yourself with us. You don't got to be intoxicated to have a good time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I know we just came back from your town, Chicago. Now we back in the city. Still moving, still hustling. Got to make it happen. Shout out to Asia, too. She is a dope entrepreneur in the making. She has the Queen City Gossip. Any entrepreneurs that need your business promoted, y'all need to make sure y'all hit her up. And also, she has a nice candle line. So, if y'all want to check out some good candles, the holiday season is coming up. Make sure y'all definitely support her, too. So, we'll go ahead and get into it since we wrapping it up with my girl. Taking it old school right now. So, 1 second for me. And we are about to be live on TrueDreamsRadio.com. So, this is if y'all see me looking over here. We're on the computer because we're about to go live on TrueDreamsRadio.com, too.
Hey everybody, welcome to Self-Love Sunday. We have a great topic today that's going to get everybody's week started off awesome. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I'm Sheena, also known as Style by Sheena on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram as well as Facebook. And you can check out SheenaAaron.com to see all of the things I have going on.
Yes, definitely. And make sure that you guys follow the movement. You already know. I am Kitty Mo, the owner and one of the radio personalities for award-winning for Best Radio Station in Charlotte, North Carolina, True Dreams Radio. So 24/7, we play all genres of independent artist music, old school, new school, R&B. So tell a friend, and tell another friend to support True Movement. So we are excited. Yes. So y'all already know how Styles by Sheena and I are connected. Y'all love my Rapunzels. I know. Y'all need to make sure that y'all book either your boyfriend, your girlfriends, friends, all of them. You need to make sure y'all book your next hair appointment with Styles by Sheena, okay?
Yes, I'll get you done.
We also need to purchase that book too, so that way while you're getting your hair done, you can enjoy the You Are Enough period book. So tell them about that.
Okay, You Are Enough period is a book of quotes that is a great flip through that whenever you need a little pick me up that you can look to. So definitely check that out at youareenoughperiod.com.
All right, let's get it. So what we got going on today for the Self-Love Sundays?
Well, today we're going to talk about 6 things to never do in a rush. And there's a variety of things that we're going to cover, but all of these 6 things will help you live a better life and a more fulfilling existence. Okay. So I'm going to start off with number 1. Okay. And this is something I've been working on myself. So the first thing to never do in a rush is fall in love.
Ooh, okay. So
I'm personally a love addict, so I'm quick to fall in love, but I've been taking the measures to slow down, think about it, and really evaluate whether this is an infatuation or a love situation. Okay. So one thing I'd say never to do in a rush is fall in love. Do you agree?
Okay. Yeah, and I can agree with that. Now you gotta put some details on this one because I think a lot of people probably, want to understand this one too. So being able to not rush into falling in love. So do you believe in like love at first sight?
I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'd say I do believe in love at first sight. But I've also learned that when you fall in love in a rush, it just you're just going based on infatuation. You're just going based on that first instinct or the things like everything looks great in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But when you take time to unfold things, that's when you really get to know somebody and you really get to know if this is love, or is this just, I mean, potentially lust, but you get to know like what it really is.
Okay. And so so for people that may be trying to figure out like, okay, well, how soon is too soon to say I love you or to love somebody? Like, what would you recommend? Like, is it a time frame on love, or, you know, how do you know that you're in love? But how do you know, like, how do you feel confident enough to know, well, if I'm in love, are they in love with me too? So that way they can, you know like how not to rush into that. Because I think that's what happens a lot of time. I think sometimes people may fall in love, but not realizing that that person may not feel the same. But what is different signs to let you know, like, when is that moment to fall in love without feeling rushed?
Slowing down, context clues, like paying attention to if there's reciprocation. If the person that you're having feelings for is showing you the same amount, like it's actually even, I would say that it's safe to say that you're falling in love. The old me would say you could say it within the first month. I love you, if you're really feeling it. But that's just a passionate response. It's just impulsive. But I believe in taking your time. So anytime after the first 90 days would be a good evaluation period.
Okay, so something slight, all right? So, look, y'all take it easy now. We know Christmas time and all that coming up, but y'all need to make sure that y'all take your time on loving somebody, okay?
Definitely don't rush. And number 2 kind of ties in with that. And number 2 is do not rush in making big decisions. So if there's anything that you'd like to do, which ties up into the topic that we talked about last week, make sure that you take your time in making big decisions. Sometimes something can seem so cool at the moment, whether it be you're shopping and you want to make a big purchase and you see a purse that's a couple $1,000s and you know it's between your rent and the purse, and an impulsive decision would be to just go get it. But it's better to take your time and when you're making big decisions, whether it be financial or...
Yeah, and I definitely do agree. I think that if anything, when it comes down to big decision making, whether, like you said, whether it's a purchase financially, whether it's a relationship, marriage, could be, that's probably the biggest thing when it comes down to relationship wise, making big decisions. Even a big decision such as, for my man and even my ladies, having children. That's a huge decision, and that just goes back to not rushing into fall in love. I strongly do believe that once you are fully in love with someone, and of course things happen all the time, but when you're falling in love with somebody, and if you guys really do feel like you can have a future together, marriage and then kids should actually be something planned, talked about, or even when it happens, say for an example, if you do get pregnant, that happens, being able to understand that decision making, like what are you going to do? So just prepping yourself.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think the biggest thing about this big decision making is that we don't prep ourselves for it. We may just be eager, we may be excited, but we're not fully planning out like, okay, what's the consequences, good or bad, with the decision making that we're doing. So I definitely do agree.
Yeah, that excitement can get you in a lot of trouble. So it's just better to slow it down.
Yes. Take it easy, okay? Take it easy. But no, definitely.
Number 3, the third thing that you should never do in a rush is give away your trust.
Okay.
I'm a super trusting person, and there's been a lot of situations in which I've been like, okay, I trust, whether it be your life's in my hands, or different things that we do where we're just like trusting that the other person has the same intentions that we do and the same heart that we do. And a lot of times you really need to evaluate folks, places, situations before you give it your trust.
And I do agree on that. That's something that I will say that I lack a little bit, giving away your trust. Like, and I say that more on a, even personal, I'll say personal too, but I would actually say business on my end. I know a lot of times I can get so excited and talk to people and they got ideas after ideas after ideas, and I'm so trusting into making it happen. And then when it doesn't happen, it's like, oh my God, you broke my heart, and then I take it personal. So I think I have to make sure that when I'm hearing those ideas from people, also paying attention to their lives and their livelihood and what they're doing on the business, and with the ideas that they're giving me, are they doing ideas for themselves and actually executing them, or are they just somebody to just talk to? And I think a lot of times I do give away my trust into that because I put people on different pedestals and expect for them to complete certain tasks or expect for them to complete whatever it is that they talk to me about. And then if it doesn't happen now, and what I have to understand too, life happens, people go through things. So I have to be more considerate of that. But I think because I'm so trusting into hearing everything you're telling me and believing everything you're telling me, that I'm just expecting for it to happen. And sometimes it could just be a simple conversation that people could be having. So sometimes I have to take that into consideration, like, okay, well, maybe this was just a small talk, or maybe, like I said, once they start off talking business, actually paying attention to how they move with their business moves. And so that way I can know, is it worth continuing to actually believe in their words, going along, following with their actions.
That's true. Okay, the fourth thing that you should never do in a rush is judge someone's character. A lot of times we see things at face value or based on what somebody else has said or gossip or different things, and you should never judge someone's character based on first impressions, because sometimes there's a lot behind that person and things that you need to find out and know. So that's why I
And have you been, like, has anyone ever judged you before?
That happens a lot.
Okay.
Like, they'll judge you based on whether it be outer appearance or the things you say, or whether you're like, a lot of times I'm like more of a shy person, so I'm not outgoing, so somebody may judge me as being reserved and not think about all the other things I have to offer. So just never judge someone based on face value.
Okay. And I definitely do agree on that. Excuse me. Like the old saying goes. Oh yes, child. I be judged all the time. But I mean, for the most part it'd be good. But I've definitely been judged before. And I think too, what we have to make sure, like the old saying goes, never judge a book by its cover. So I think you got to make sure that you get to know people, making sure that you understand their maybe their reasonings for the characteristics that they may have before just assuming what you're seeing out of them, because sometimes you may see a bad day. Like, that's how and you may automatically think they have a nasty attitude. They're not too friendly. It could have been really a rough day. They could have just lost someone. They could have just lost their job. They could have just had an argument on the phone with a friend or a loved one. So I think we have to also be considerate, but we have to also be aware of, which is something my mother teaches me, discernment though. Discernment is, to me, once you can have that discernment, you can kind of sense the people that you're around, and it's not necessarily judging them. Discernment, to kind of just break it down for where everybody can understand no matter what you believe in. But discernment is really just being able to sense energy, being able to really kind of catch a vibe, where I'm always tell people the eyes is the most universal language. Body language and eyes. Any language, no matter your culture, no matter your race, no matter your background, we all carry, in a sense, what we think at times on our face with our body. But I think it's important where, even if you know that you're going to come across that person again and you did get that perception, to try to see or take a chance another time again before just assuming. Because a lot of times when you judge people, most times the word judge, to me, not saying it's a negative word, but when I think of the word judge, you don't think of positive. Like, oh, I thought that you were smart when I seen you. Nah, like that's not judging, that's a compliment, So I think that, when we decide to judge people's characters, we need to make sure that we at least try to give them another chance, at least try to give them another chance. But I seen Asia too. Asia said people judge things that they are not sure about or they can't understand. That's very true. That is very, very true. I think people do make a lot of assumptions off things that they don't know. And I think it's important when you're feeling yourself judging someone's character, I like to ask. Just ask questions. The worst that's going to happen is that, either they don't answer the best of your ability, or, there's just, you can get your answer. Like, it's nothing wrong with speaking on how you feel. If somebody does make you feel uncomfortable, or if you are getting a sense of someone's character that you feel like may be wrong, speak up on it. Just ask, are you okay? You cool? You good? I mean, but because typically, typically when you're judging somebody, it's not for the best interest at all. So, thank you, Deshaun. Shout out to Deshaun Dukes. If y'all ever need some stage work and all that good stuff done for all my artists out here, okay, y'all need to make sure y'all hit him up, because he'll get your stage and all that good stuff right. He be everywhere, Live Nation, all that. But anyway, awesome. Yes, definitely. But yeah, okay, so I definitely do agree.
Okay, our number 5 is more tongue in cheek in that the 5th thing that you should never do in a rush is eat your food.
Eat your food.
The digestive system is very important as well, so never eat your food.
Y'all need to stop rushing.
Take your time. Yeah, don't rush.
So take your time, but so is it health information that you can?
Yeah. Just a little wellness, like never rush your food.
Never rush your food. So that means, okay. So say for an example, if I'm really really hungry, should I take my time and go home and cook a meal?
You need to take your time just when you're ingesting food. Like a lot of times it's. I've just learned that it's bad, and I take a lunch break, and I'll take like 5 minutes to eat everything I eat.
Makes sense. Okay, I get what
I found out that it's a bad thing to do, so I wanted to include that so you guys know not to rush.
Okay,
just like I found out.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense too, and I think that I know a lot of people do a lot of food prepping, so I think that that's a great idea to maybe do at the beginning or on Sundays, typically whatever your weekdays start. Do some food prepping. Go ahead and create your little list. Something like, even if you decide to, on Wednesday I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna go out to eat. Just actually having timing, I think is a great thing to be able to know. Keeping up with. I had a bad time of eating. My eating habits had started being off. 2 years ago. We're kind of like going into this year, but. That was one thing, and then it felt rushed, like, once we was actually eating, because of the fact that, like, I will kind of almost go all day without eating. Yes. And then now, by the end of the day, I'm exhausted. Yeah. My stomach empty. Yeah. So now I'm sitting here eating a lot, at one time when I could have broke it down throughout the day, maybe had some fruit instead, just to kind of keep me going. I'm trying to think of the healthy stuff, okay, instead of snacks, y'all. So, have some fruits, yogurt, things like that. But no, I definitely do agree. And let's say. Dylan and someone said, and so Deshaun said, don't take your elevator too high dealing with people too soon, because you have to brace your landing for disappointment.
Wow.
I like that. And also to you guys, FYI, it is called Showtime Management LLC. Once again, if you guys are looking for definitely a lot of dope services with stage equipment, from the lights, all that, it is Showtime Management LLC. We are live too, by the way. If y'all seeing us, look back and forth. We're live on Instagram with Styles by Sheena page, and we're also live on my Facebook page. But I would say that's true. Definitely don't. How do you feel about that that quote that he just said?
No, he's right. You got to brace yourself. You have to brace yourself. Don't go too high. Yeah. Without considering the fall. Yeah, exactly.
Now, I will say, should we, based off that point though, now, are we, and this is something that I actually seen going kind of back to number 1. This is something that I seen a little bit with Jada Pinkett. She had talked about love, and she was saying how love is great, but you have to be ready to expect the disappointment with love, because whether we'll prepare for pain, if that makes sense. Because she broke down, you can have a great relationship, of course, y'all break up, something happened, arguments, cheating or whatever, financial reasons, or turn around, you can have the most perfect relationship in the world, which is not possible, but you can have the most, I'm just saying, you go through things, but yes, but I'm saying, in other words, you can have a great relationship, genuine though, you can have a great bond, but you also have to, which we all have to be grown and adults about it, you got to prepare for death. So that's another pain. That's another loss, is losing someone. So I was going to say with Deshaun, so do you kind of feel like when it comes down to dealing with people that we have to almost kind of expect at some point disappointment from people, from those? It's like, I want to see if he'll respond to that, because that's kind of something that is like I think if we, I guess to start off until he responds back, I think that you kind of do.
Yeah, but I don't want,
in a sense, but you don't want to assume. You don't want to assume, but I guess you have to. I'm not even gonna say disappointment. You just have to be prepared for a possible letdown, or for things to might necessarily go your way with the person, your friend, your coworker, your lover, any of that. You have to be prepared that they're not going to be who you want them to be. You have to like them for who they are.
Imperfection is a part of relationship. So just be open to imperfection.
Yes,
and that way you can get through it.
And I definitely do agree. I think that we can't rush on, which is another just good point. I think that that actually goes to number 6. Me looking at, I was about to say I think you can't rush on the expecting for people to change.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So, because that goes with number 6. So, tell us number 6 right quick, because I'm about to go ahead. But
the sixth thing you should never rush into is thinking you know someone. I mean, aside from the fact that we change on a day-to-day basis and we become new people over and over again, we're reborn, we kind of can accept someone as they are and then hold on and cling to that idea of who they are. But what we need to do is not rush into thinking we know someone and embrace who people become.
Okay. And Asia, too, she had pointed out for 2 seconds, she had said that, she said, speaking of disappointment, it is what we expect of other people and understand the other ways may not have the same expectations, icing that will keep you from being disappointed a lot of the time. Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. And I do agree. I think that you definitely can't rush to think that you know someone just because y'all hung out for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years. Honestly, we change every single day in hopes of growth that we're changing every single day. So I think that, and that's another point. I think that you have to not rush on, like I kind of brought up, not rushing on people to change when you want them to change. That's been my problem. That's been my biggest issue. Sometimes I am rushing for people when I'm seeing the changes.
At your level.
Yeah, when I'm seeing the changes, but I'm wishing that it can happen faster. You know, that's something where I can't, that goes back into we don't know what people have going on. And I think open dialogue is the best way to be able to honestly not rush a lot of these things, even down to, eating food. Like, that's just an open dialogue within yourself, really talking out loud, writing down lists, really understanding what am I going to eat today, what time I'm going to eat today. Like, we have to make sure that we're open as much as possible. And I mean, do you feel like you rushed somebody that you thought that you knew?
I rushed a few times thinking that I knew somebody, and they always surprised me in the end and showed me who they really were. So now I just take my time.
Why do we always gotta get the surprises, right? I'm like, I just be like, dang, I feel like I'm just who I am. I ain't no catch with me. Like, it is what it is, y'all.
Right. But That's true. Yeah. But it's far and few,
It's a few people that, cut up a little bit and stuff. But nah, that's definitely understandable. And I feel like, too, maybe sometimes the people are going through things where, even for example with you, like, I didn't rush you, but I knew you had another character. So, like, so that's kind of like judging, I guess, if anything. But it was a good judging. I felt like, okay, when Sheena would do my hair, she was so quiet. She was so timid. I'll be talking, have my girl talk, and she was just listening. But at the end of the day, I knew that it was still more to get to know about you. Yeah. So instead of just more so like like you pointing out to number 4, judging someone's character, I could have just honestly assumed that you were just a quiet person. We would never do this show. Yeah, I know. Just leave it alone and just just keep it moving. But since then, it's actually getting to know people and take the time. And I think it's been 2 years, right?
Yes, that's a good example.
We've been cool for 2 years now. I know, but yeah, definitely. And Asia said that change takes time. I change every single day to be a better me as much as possible. So that one is true. Some people grow and some people just stay the same. Yeah. And that's definitely true. And me personally, I think people get content, I guess, with their lifestyles. I really think most times, and maybe we should start to, I guess it depends on the character. I was about to say, maybe we should start paying attention to those that's kind of stagnant, and not to make it seem like we can change them, but maybe they're going through something, or maybe it's a confidence that they're lacking, or maybe they're not being motivated the right type of way to let them know that that you can change. Like I always point out about myself, one thing about myself, when I was in high school, when I was in college, as you guys can see, I'm outgoing, I talk loud, I'm outspoken, I'm crazy, whatever. But I always kind of embraced in that aspect. Like, people that still knew me knew I talked about radio all the time, but I didn't embrace in that radio as much as possible, or really shine light on it. I really shine more light on just being, hey, bruh, you know, people mimic me, you know, I say bruh a lot, so, hey, bruh, you know, whatever, just silly wild or whatever, going to every party, all that good stuff. And now that I've actually started my business, with True Dreams, and, you know, being consistent with it, is a whole bunch of wow. I didn't think you was gonna do it. And in my head, I'm kind of like, but I think that I personally was not growing in that sense. I think that I was growing on the end of business, but I think now that I've actually ran my business, it's taught me to grow to where people are literally going to remember the first time that they meet you, the first time how you spoke to them, and then continuously if they have to deal with you, and as well as pay attention to how you're treating others. So what I had to really kind of grow into myself was knowing that, okay, you know what, the first thing I'm not going to talk about is who's having a party, when we getting thrown, or whatever. The first thing I'm going to talk about is what I love, what I admire about myself, and that, you know, is True Dreams. But it allowed for me to be able to actually, since then, grow every day, knowing, okay, what steps that I need to take to make sure that I'm, you know, just a phenomenal woman, and, you know, what things that I need to do with myself. And I think I got the motivation from others. Like, from people talking to me about True Dreams, from being, like, hearing how many people were admired by, even though I was admired of myself, I still kind of didn't really know how to like fully show it like that until I kept getting, you know, told great compliments and things and stuff like that. That was good. But I think sometimes people need to hear it. You know, that was just me. It's not even off arrogance of like, oh, I just want to hear how good I'm doing. But it's just, you know, at times you kind of accept who you are, not realizing that was just a phase of who you are. Like, that's not who you are. That's just a little bit a part of you. But if that's not something that you just want to be, whatever characters it is, making sure that people accept all of you, I guess, if that makes sense. So letting them know, like, I'm as equal to wanting to go to the party, but handle business, you know, at the same time too. So I want to have fun with y'all, but I want to be about True Dreams. And it was just, hey, I want to be about True Dreams because partying because I kept True Dreams like, oh, well, that's close me. To you know, so I think we have to learn how to embrace in ourselves without looking quote unquote cocky or arrogant. It's cool and it's wonderful and it's amazing to love yourself. Like, it's the best feeling in the world when you can love who you are, love all your flaws, and accept that. Don't rush into assuming that don't rush into assuming that you are almost perfect. Right. Make sure that you are learning every single day. Yeah, make sure, like, rush into, if anything, don't rush into really just assuming about yourself and just accepting who you are. I see a lot of quotes now that people are saying, like, let's break these generation curses. Do that. That's because we're rushing into accepting that, okay, everybody in my family alcoholics, that's why I like drink all the time.
That's what it is, yeah.
No, like, okay, well, my mom and my dad and them, they known for cussing everybody out, so I got this mouth and that's just, but we're rushing into a character that we don't even really probably want to be. Really, we're just making that excuse for it. So, yeah, I definitely agree. And Asia said that facts, and being a businesswoman myself, she said I had to learn where I wanted to go and what I like doing. What I wanted to do was successful, and what I wanted to do was successful with it, and surround myself around those type of people and find similar people doing what you do and surround yourself around them. Yeah. I definitely do agree on that. Yeah, we definitely have to. And anybody else too. We're going to kind of put the floor for 2 seconds. If anybody want to go live right quick, share live and speak their mind right quick. You know, I know y'all can comment, but we like to at least start off with our shows. We want to at least be able to do one guest, whether it's on our Instagram or on our Facebook. Anybody that like to speak and just kind of be live with us for 2 seconds and speak their mind on any thoughts that we share with the 6 things never to rush in. So,
or if you know anything, or if you have another suggestion as to something that you shouldn't rush into,
yes, definitely give us your input. Let us know what is something else that we could be missing that we shouldn't rush into. And again, anybody that wants to go live, just kind of let us know right quick, and we'll kind of bring you on there. I'm not gonna lie, this be our first time trying it. My first time actually going live with somebody too. So we struggle a little bit. Listen, forgive us. But definitely, we just want to make sure. And Asia did say we have to make sure we surround ourselves around greatness. That is definitely true. We do have to surround ourselves around greatness. And we're going to wait for anybody just for a few. If anybody wants to come in, say a few things. But in the meantime, in between time, of course, we always have to promote right quick. Do our little live commercial. So you guys make sure that you support. We do have a lot going on this week. So make sure y'all show love. We have, make sure y'all come out on Monday, tomorrow, we have game night at Lawan's Soul Food. Lawan's Soul Food is located in Charlotte, North Carolina on the south side. I think it is 7520 South Tryon Street. Game night, it is free. So it's, we watch, football. We have games from your Uno to your trump to your spades to your chess, Connect Four, some dice, some dominoes. We have all that great stuff. So definitely come out. Great food, great specials on drinks. On Tuesday, we have Industry Night there too at Lawan. So make sure you guys come to Industry Night. Industry Night, it is drinks. We show love to different. We have somebody who wants to go live? Oh yeah, hello. I interviewed you. But yes, I interviewed him with the Connected Tour. Shout out to Kevin Glover, because we're going to bring that up next too with Kevin Glover in a few. But make sure y'all come out to that on Wednesday. Y'all already know. We got the Black Music Bingo. That is every Wednesday. And we got our Mits and Mingle. So we want to meet y'all. Mits, Mingle, Singles on Wednesday at Gliders Bar and Grill. That is hosted by Sheena.
Yes,
to all my men and my women, if y'all want to meet us face to face, let's do that. We love social media, but look, we like meeting face to face, okay? So it's going to be great vibes, a real fun event. Free event. We really want to meet y'all. It starts at 8 p.m. That is 2600 Clemson Avenue. We're going to also be doing the Black Music Bingo. Every time we play a song, you got to know the title, baby. As soon as you hear the title, you cross it off on your page, on your board, You have to get 5 across, you have to get 5 diagonal, or you have to get 5 up and down, just like your regular bingo game. And we give you prizes, all that good stuff. So yes, it's so fun. We have all categories, from your 90s R&B, from your hip hop to your Motown, to the black TV shows and soundtracks and movies. Name that trap artist, name that 90s artist, all that. So definitely y'all make sure y'all come out to that. That's on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Again, we're going to be doing the Black Music Bingo and then the Mits and Singles. Okay. So make sure y'all definitely come. Also, too, on Thursday, we got that brown. Okay.
Your lady said you'll sing.
Thank you so much. And also we have that brown liquor karaoke, and that's going to be at Lawan. So for brown liquor karaoke, we're doing straight old school vibes. Okay, so we're doing from your 70s, that funk, that disco, to the earliest we're going. I think to the years was only going 90s R&B. So we gonna be in our feelings. Okay, on Thursday we're gonna drink some good old brown liquor. We got some drink specials on that. Lawan's just opened up a bar. If y'all don't know about Lawan's Soul Food, now you know. They've been open for 18 years, and they just added a bar, a part 2 to their venue. Awesome. So it is a wonderful environment. We definitely want y'all to come out to that. And then you already know on Friday, we got a Black Music Bingo at Lawan's at 8 p.m. So if you missed us on Wednesday, which you shouldn't, but if you missed us on Wednesday at Gliders Bar and Grill, you can go to Lawan's Soul Food for our Black Music Bingo. And then Saturday, we have the Queen City Awards. We've been pushing it. We pray that we win. We've been nominated. True Dreams Radio has been nominated for the past 4 years, y'all. So we've been in business for 4 years. So that's just a blessing to be able to be nominated with all the dope radio stations out here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we are nominated for Best Radio Station. So we'll find out if we win. Also, shout out to Best Podcast, which is a podcast. Stay ready. They definitely doing their thing. So we hope that they win too in all of our great categories. So many categories, but that's Kevin Glover. So shout out to Kevin Glover for that movement with the Queen City Awards. Yeah. So, I mean, we're moving. We got a lot going on, but we wanted to make sure. NC in the house, yes. So we definitely just wanted to make sure that if anybody didn't want to tune in live right quick before we get off, Oh, yeah. Okay, so Asia wanted to join in. Okay. And how do we join in?
I think you tap it.
I think I got to add, I think you got to, how do I join real quick? I think I just got to click add. Let me try this so that way we can get a person. All right. So let's see. Not quite sure how to do this, boo. Oh, here you go. Maybe this is it. And then we invite her. All right, so we invited you. And so then once I think you got the invite, Asia. So once we get the invite, then you can go ahead and send in. So yes, we definitely do appreciate the support too. Y'all make sure y'all continue to follow. Also to make sure that they check out the book, let them know where they can purchase that again.
Make sure that you go to yourenoughperiod.com to get the book of motivational quotes that we love to promote here. It's just a quick read and it's uplifting. So make sure you check it out.
Easy read, y'all. So
Yeah.
definitely make sure that you guys are supporting the Black Queen. She's an author, okay? She's an author and a model and now a radio personality.
Yay.
And a hairstylist, okay? Jack of all trades, baby. Jack of all trades. So definitely, y'all make sure y'all support. I tried to send it to you, Asia, but if it don't work with it, maybe we'll have to try again another day. But all right, y'all. So we definitely do appreciate it. Once again, Self-Love Sundays. Let everybody know. You can follow me at KidiMo_radio, KIDEMO_radio. True Dreams Radio on Instagram too. True Dreams Radio 704 on Facebook. True London Lyrics. Black Music Bingo on Instagram and Facebook too.
And definitely follow me at Style by Sheena and visit SheenaAaron.com.
Yes, thank you. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in to our Self-Love Sundays. Every first and third Sundays, make sure you tell a friend. Make sure you are sharing this live. Support y'all. Positive movement. Dope Queens. We thank y'all so much. Let's get it.
Thank you.